What's going on, you guys? It's your boy Kaiza-Sama, and we are back with another Dokkan Battle video. And in today's video, we are taking a look at the LR EZA gods. They just recently got their EZA recently this week. So without further ado, we are going to put together a bit of a different team setup that I had in mind. At first, I was going to showcase them with a Universal Survival Saga team, but I rethought about it and I really wanted to add in the 10th anniversary units and kind of squeeze them in and really show you guys that they are compatible with, newer characters and a couple of older characters. So without further ado, we're going to hop into the Frieza Redzone, the newer one, and we're going to see how these guys can really do now that they have their EZA equipped onto them. Now, from what I've been hearing, the best thing to really pay attention to, when they're going into their build and whatnot, is really their additional, their dodge, and their defense. So that's something that I would really kind of focus on. I wouldn't really stress too much about trying to put, a lot of crit into their hidden potential and all that. Now, with this first rotation, we do not have them. Looks like we're not going to get them till the third rotation. I don't really like that, but it is what it is. Let's see, Gogeta gets a few additional supers. Then this 9th anniversary Gogeta, since we're starting out with him, he is a great character to really put on the same team with our LR gods, with the whole movie heroes thing. And with the whole fusion tag as well, once you get that active going, it kind of slides them under that category with fusion. So that will help with the compatibility if you put Gogeta on the same team. Come on, get that additional Vegeta. Starting out, his numbers aren't that bad. Then we kind of got put in this crappy situation where we had our friend unit. I don't really like that, but Vegeta is actually built for second and third slots, so that's why I'm not really tripping too hard about it. And it looks like he really put a lot of additional on his Vegeta. Okay. Damn, he's doing, what is that, like the 4th attack? Okay, and he has a little dodge. That's one thing I will stress to you guys as well. Make sure you are taking your time to add in a dodge to your characters. Extreme and super. Keep that in mind, please. Because with these newer bosses that are now in the game, things are about to get a lot more, sticky, as far as our situations and, our certain rotations that we end up on. So dodge is something you definitely don't want to, turn a cheek to. Come on. So for this one, I was kind of hesitant because I thought about Goku in slot 1, but at the same time, I'm not too sure about that slot 2 spot and then how I want the rotations to unfold for the future, because I eventually want to get Gogeta and Vegito in the same rotation. So that's really the main thing that I'm trying to aim for. But I got to play my cards right and make sure, as far as rotation wise, everything is going smoothly. But once my Tech Gogeta can come out, things will get a lot more, easier. Come on. Yeah, I was about to say, now I think about it, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can have possibly 4 to 5 fusions coming out on this team, and then you can possibly throw the Super Saiyan 4s, the EZA unit. You can throw them on this team as well, and you could possibly end up with 5 to 6 fusions, dude. It's crazy. Yes, sir. It's crazy how everybody was really putting them at like the top of the tier list. Not saying that they didn't deserve it, but like everybody was really talking about them a lot back in like, you know, the latter end of like 2024, and now hardly anybody talks about Tech Gogeta. He's still a great character, but I guess people don't see him as like, you know, too much of like a team unit to really put into what they have now. All right, now our LR gods are finally here for their shine. I would say one thing to keep in mind is that, like I was saying, in the kit, once you get to the end of the video, we will talk about, you know, one of their main factors is the additional supers that they get. And then they also get a lot of additional attack and defense, you know, with the key. And they can also create the rainbow key spheres. So that's another, you know, big helpful thing that they can really put onto the team. Then if you have you know, additional characters that can bring in rainbow units, then that's another big plus. Come on. So we're starting out with 10 million. Come on, let's see. I really want to see how many supers we get, you know, this first turn of them coming out. Now this does kind of suck because this means that it's going to be a little while till we can bring out the Super Saiyan Blue. But it is what it is. We're still going to have great synergy with, you know, our team members, so I'm not really worried about anything, you know, too much. Yes, sir. See, that dodge is going to come in real handy, I'm telling you. And then I really forgot to mention that too. The LR gods, they can now withstand slot 1 placement. Now that they've gotten their EZA, you can now put them in slot 1, and that's real helpful, you know, when you have a team like this. And not saying that the team has like wishy-washy units, but just saying in general, when you have a team that has, you know, kind of like a broad range of different units, you definitely want to have that help, you know, to really come in handy. Oh, excuse me. As far as, you know, having a unit that you can automatically put in slot 1. And then if your Gogeta, you know, your specific Gogeta, if he has a lot of additional supers, then that's going to help play, you know, a big role along the LR EZA gods. What the hell? Wow. Okay. We got all of our movies out of the way now, so we are finally going to transform into our Tech Super Gogeta. So let's go ahead and do that. Man, I still think that this Gogeta and the AGL Gogeta that just dropped, Their fusion intros low-key need to be switched, bro. I'm not even gonna lie. You can keep the same super attacks, but like their intros need to low-key be switched. I don't know if I feel, if I'm the only one that feels like that, but but now that we have them finally transformed into Super Gogeta, we're gonna have better synergy with the Super Saiyan Link. Damn, they're starting out with 27 million. Come on with it. Come on with it. 18. Nice little blow right there. Once you have him out with AGL Gogeta, you're going to really see how compatible those guys are. All right, now we are finally on the final stage of Frieza. Let me see. I'm thinking too, this might be the same stage I'll bring the Super Saiyan 4s into to get their showcase done. And then, we're going to eventually lead into the stronger, the bigger and badder stages of Redzone. As far as Jiren and everything like that, we will eventually fade into that because I do want to get those showcases done. Alright, let's get it, let's get it. So now we do have those rainbow orb. You saw those key spheres just change. Alright, so now that we are transformed into our blue boys and we also have our fusion out, we do have a lot of additional rainbow key spheres that we are going to be getting, and we also have a lot of additional supers and a lot of dodge. So that is going to help us in the long run, and then once we can get our active skill attack to come back around on the next rotation when we see him, that's when we're really going to see all that power that's been stacking up with these guys. But even then, with this turn, we're going to see some very good damage output. Starting out at 29. Now, some of the numbers that you guys are seeing from other people, they are more than likely going in with like a rainbow unit. My unit is at 90%. So there are going to be some differences here and there with like our stats and our attack and our damage and all that, so do just keep that in mind. But even at 90%, this unit is crazy, bro. Crazy. It's just that, you also got to keep in mind that these bosses are not the same Red Zone bosses. These Red Zone bosses are crazy, bro. They are crazy. So we can withstand slot 1. I'm pretty sure they also guard against all attacks for, what is it, like 4 or 7 turns? I'll have to double check. Gogeta, this man is going to have hella additional supers, bro. Crazy. Come on with it. Yo, see, this super attack animation is just insane. 36 million. Come on. Come on with it, Gogeta. What is it, over 20 million? Yeah, well over 20 million. 39. Come on. Are we going to deal 30 million in damage? Are we? Can we hit that? Yes, sir. 31. So Gogeta low-key knocked off like 3.5 bars from Frieza. Yes, sir, Goku. I need you dodging, my guy. Yes, sir. So now we have our blue Gogeta that we could transform, and our friend Gogeta that we can get to transform for us. So we can have 3 all-out Gogetas just on this rotation. Pretty nice rotation right here. So we are going to go ahead and bring out blue Gogeta. All right, now, jeez, bro, he has hella orbs. Let's bring out Veku so we can actually disrupt these supers from Frieza. Alright, so we were successful with the 24 mil attack right there, and we have now nullified Frieza's supers, so we can really just dive into this attacking turn with nothing to worry about. Come on with it. And we probably needed it for our friend unit. He probably would have been alright, but you know, I honestly just didn't really want to risk anything. Frieza, he is type advantage over Gogeta too, so that's another area where I really didn't want to risk anything. Gogeta, he's more than likely going to be, you know, dodging any supers that Frieza would have threw, but yeah, I just didn't want to take that chance. But Veku's active, not only does it cancel out those supers from the boss, but he also gives us dodge for like, what, the next 3 turns? Yes, sir. 27 mil. That was, yeah. That was more than the first time when he came out. 18.3, 17 mil. Come on with it. That animation is so clean, bro. Come on. And we got Super Saiyan 3 Goku. He could have done a little bit more than that. We do get that additional super though. That helps. We get okay, we get a 3rd one. Okay. Alright, now we are really in the end game. This is what we've been waiting for, ladies and gentlemen. This is the rotation that you want to see. Look at this, bro. This is absolutely beautiful, bro. So we can get off the active. Well, really, we got 3 actives that we can get off. We have 1 fusion to initiate. Look at that freaking battle motion, bro. Yeah, but the LR guys, their battle motion is just insane. That looks stupid. Yeet. Yeah. Yes, sir. 43 billion, that's not bad, bro. That is not bad at all. Look at that aura. Ugh. That shit is gigantic, bro. That shit is crazy. Come on, Vegito. Come on. Smooth 10 mil from our boy Vegito. I do actually need another dupe of him. I think that's what's really slowing me down with him. Come on. Vegeta. Ugh, 74 million. Goodness gracious. Bro, I'm telling y'all, man. Once I finally get them rainbowed at some point, that damage from that active is gonna be a hell of a lot higher. Come on. Let's just go ahead and finish this out. Vegito, he's taking the attack for us because he intercepts the attacks with his active skill. Then we're gonna end off with 55 mil real quick. Take out that man Frieza. Let's get it. 36 mil to end it off. Well, really just 37 mil, you might as well just say. But let me know what you thought about that showcase. I really think the LR Easy Gods, if you build them up with that dodge, that additional in that defense, you're going to be just fine. The Easy itself, you're getting that attack buff outside of the active skill, and then you get the actual effect of the active skill itself. These guys are crazy. They're absolutely right. Let's go ahead and take a look at the kit now that we are done with the showcase. One thing that you want to take away from this guy is that he is now buffed up with a lot of attack and a lot of additional supers. Now, for the active skill, just to go ahead and get that out of the way for the transformation, it can be activated starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. Then taking a look at the passive. Upon the interest animation, damage reduction rate, he does go up by 77% and then launches the additional super for 1 turn. Ki goes up by 2, attack and defense goes up by 100%, and then guards against all attacks for 7 turns. And then basic effect, attack and defense goes up by 200%, receives the additional Ki plus 2 per type Ki sphere obtained, and then for every Ki sphere obtained, attack and defense goes up by 10% up to 77%, and then for every rainbow Ki sphere obtained, and he does get the chance of performing a crit. And then when attacking with 17 or more Ki, it launches the additional super, and with attacking with 20 or more Ki, he gets the attacks are effective against all types, and then launches the additional super. So one thing to keep in mind is that the effective against all types, the additional supers, the attack and defense, buff, that's one thing that we really, really needed aside from, the original character. When it was like first released, it had additional supers, but it didn't have what we have now. So that is one thing to really take into some deep thought and consideration. Now, when we switch over to the kit for the blue gods, we do have the passive skill right here. Damage reduction rate of 77% for 1 turn. Attack and defense goes from 2 to 300%. And then he also receives the additional Ki plus 2. Ki sphere obtained. Attacks are effective against all types. Guards against all attacks. High chance of performing a crit. Medium chance of dodge. Then changes Ki spheres into rainbow. And then for 4 turns from the character's entry turn, randomly changes Ki spheres of a certain type and excluded into rainbow Ki spheres. So, quick note, that rainbow Ki sphere, that's going to help you a hell of a lot, especially when you have other characters that can change orbs into rainbow Ki spheres. Perfect example, Gogeta from the Janemba movie. They got their EZA. They would be a perfect companion to really put on the same team with these guys. Now, for 4 turns from the character's entry, he does randomly changes Ki spheres. Then for every Ki sphere obtained, attack and defense goes up by 10%, chance of 100%. And then for every rainbow Ki sphere obtained, chance of performing a crit, and then chance of dodging the enemy's attack goes up by 10%. 7 or more Ki spheres obtained, launches the additional super. When attacking with 20 or more Ki, he does launch the additional super attack. And then when activating the active skill or when attacking with 24 Ki, attack goes up by 50%. Sorry about that. Then when attacking, he does perform the critical hit and then launches the additional super when the enemy's HP is 50% or more, and then dodge the enemy's attack when HP is 50% or less. So, main thing to take away, they changed Rainbow Key Spheres. They do have a little bit more dodge built into them, so that is a great thing. But main thing to pay attention to is this active skill attack. Once you finally fire that off, you're going to be dealing a substantial amount of just incredible damage to the enemy, dude. Like, I've been seeing, you know, everything from like 50 millions all the way up to the billion. Like, people are just going ham with this unit now. So let's go ahead and take a look. We are going to try this guy out in really just a simple red zone. I'm not trying to show off and go into these real hard, you know, red zones and all that stuff. We're really just taking our time with it. And then for the next video showcase, we'll go into a harder, you know, red zone, harder stage when links are higher and stuff like that. But without further ado, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments what you think about these guys, Easy A's. You know, let me know if you think they are now contending with top 5 characters in the game, top 10 and whatnot. They did get a very substantial boost, so that is one thing to think about. They have a lot of categories that they can really go on, a lot of teams. So that is going to help them out along with the Easy A. Let me know what you think, though, down in the comments. And with that being said, I will see you guys in the next Dokkan Battle video. You guys take care. Peace.